First, I am Todd Piro. Greater than Carly Shimkus with a Fox News alert. President Trump getting ready to visit Texas on Friday as we learn at least 104 people were killed in the devastating Texas flash floods. Greater than Todd. In the meantime, surgery is not giving up hope yet and still looking for the dozens still missing. Fox weather correspondent lives in Texas with more. Greater than Todd and Carly. Good morning on the Guadalupe River. Look, this area's devastated, catastrophic, and over 100 lives lost, in 28 of them children from Camp Mystic 20 miles where we are standing. And I can tell you, we look at these visuals and search and rescue is still very active all the way to the sun went down yesterday. The crews coming for sides of the devastating Guadalupe River looking for survivors and maybe a miracle. Now, I can also explain that helicopters that had some downtime overnight began about 3 a.m. Central and we heard several of them go over command. We will continue to listen to that throughout the day as search and rescue is in full force still, and yet, recovery continues on the edge of this has huge machinery brought in to excavate mud and trees. In the meantime, groups and volunteers and residents WHO are reeling. Let's listen to one of them. Greater than I spent the first 2 code days crying. The second day, crying, and I went and fed people. The third day, I came out and looked for bodies. Here I am again. It is horrible. I have grandchildren. I down a river. And I'm out here digging in piles with my friend hoping we can find something that reunites somebody back with their family. Greater than glimmer of hope, and that is what all residents are hoping for. Meanwhile, the parents WHO have lost their children. 28 little souls. That indeed is the real catastrophic situation here as they were washed away in the Guadalupe River just days ago on July 4th in the middle of the night. Donald Trump, president, will be on the ground Friday as federal aid makes its way in, state and local working together. Search and rescue still active and a lot happening on the ground in Texas. Back to you. Greater than Carly. Catastrophic tragedy that will never be forgotten. Robert Ray live in Kerrville, Texas. Bring in President and CEO of Project Dynamo in Texas. They helped with hostages trapped in Israel. Give an update on your search and rescue efforts. Greater than good morning, everyone. Thank you for having us. Like we were hearing, it is sad to US Texans, it is heartbreaking seeing what happened. Entire communities devastated, families moved and uprooted, areas completely cut off, infrastructure washed out. At the end, it is all about hope. That is last thing we lose and why we are here, a lot of volunteers. Increase capability of Texas government which has been great at responding to this catastrophe. We are still hoping for miracles and understand we are getting close to the phase which is hardest, which is recovery and accepting what we have lost, the people we lost, and it comes with faith. Also we will have to rebuild stronger and make Kerrville better and prettier than when this happened. Greater than Todd. Mario, what is greatest challenge to your teams on the ground right now? Greater than at the end, it is what we call technical ground. What we're doing is pretty much exploring along the banks of the Guadalupe River with me working with Center Point, Texas and Kerrville, Texas along the banks. We check under all the debris we find. We have seen trucks and entire trailer parks just all over the place destroyed and devastated. Small houses, there was something very haunting. We found this little doll. Rag doll completely destroyed close to where we found some of the bodies, and it tells you what we lost there. Same time, it gives you hope again that we are strong enough to build again and again. Good thing about all of this, along the bank, our military veterans with Project Dynamo, we are all infantry men, former Rangers, we are bringing humanitarian assistance. We are going along and making sure we don't leave a rock unturned to make sure there is anyone alive. We try to find them. Greater than Carly. You can imagine the joy that doll gave the little girl and innocence lost in this catastrophic disaster. You have been to a lot of disaster areas through Project Dynamo. Have you ever seen anything like this? Greater than every disaster is different. At the end, the human effect is the only comparable thing. It does not matter if it is thousands of lives or a couple, it is human life, and catastrophic if it is only one of many. We have been all over the place and responded to Helene's last year. What happened in Asheville, different order of magnitude, more people the lost, but same time, it is comparable when you think about infrastructure and all the communities cut off and last. Greater than Todd. Mario Duarte, thank you for joining us. And you the viewer can join Fox support of recovery efforts following devastating floods by going to Fox TXF Flood Relief. Your donations will support community foe.